Ladies and gents, this is a long-awaited video that many of you have been asking for, and this will be a more generalized video until we go ahead and really reveal what we've been working on behind the scenes. But as you know, Beyond Six Figures has some of the biggest Facebook groups in the e-commerce marketplace. And we've been able to generate 7 and 8 figures through Facebook groups alone to go ahead and find real consistency in our service and info-based business. Now, one of the reasons I want to go ahead and bring this up to you, ladies and gents, about Facebook groups is because we have done some incredible things with them over the last several years. We have several Facebook groups, literally several of them, ranging from 40,000 people upwards of 160,000 people, totaling nearly 1 million people combined, which is pretty dang cool. We're very qualified in this space because not only have we made millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars in Facebook groups, but we've also helped so many other people do extremely well with Facebook groups in their business as well, including people like Panda Express affiliates, Shark Tank companies, and a lot more, which is pretty dang cool. One of the most important things that I want to get across today in this video is allowing you, ladies and gents, to realize the absolute power of Facebook groups and why they work so well and how you can create an incredible service-based experience around Facebook groups. Let's start off at number 1. Facebook groups are always based around a community. Heck, Facebook groups are a community. Okay, because you always need to have an inner hub and a proper centric circle to have your really interested individual leads put into. For example, your Facebook group is not going to be the only primary asset or resource that you're using for your service-based business, but it will be one of the most important for the conversion, because that's where these individuals who are genuinely interested into what you're saying on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, okay, are going to be going into. They'll be going into your Facebook group. With that being said, many of you probably don't have a Facebook group, or many of you either do have a Facebook group, have tried it before, but it's died out. Many of my friends, my colleagues, and myself and our company has many successful Facebook groups. And it's because we know of the proper system to actually configure a proper Facebook group for conversion and to also keep it active and alive as well with incredible info and value for the individuals within. So first and foremost, rather than bore you with a bunch of advanced tactic and systems on Facebook groups today, I want to talk about more or less the actual mindset and kind of reasoning behind why Facebook groups work so well, and even show you guys some examples. So first and foremost, as you guys can see here, this group has around 40,000 people within it. This group has also made nearly $10 million plus, which is pretty cool. Okay, this group over here is 150,000 people. It's one of our Dropify Facebook groups. It's a lot larger than this group here, but this group is what we call a top of funnel. And this group is what we call our middle of funnel. Okay, and it's important you guys understand that. When you actually have Facebook groups, you don't have to just configure one. You want to have an entire flow, an entire system, walking people through exactly what your offer or experience is, and also nurturing them deeper as well. Keep in mind, it's important to understand there's a few different tiers to having Facebook groups. Let me go ahead and write it down right here on the whiteboard for us. So first and foremost, we'll have top of funnel. We'll also have middle of funnel. We'll also have bottom of funnel, okay? And what we have here are 3 different tiers, all engaging the lead or individual who wants to become part of your experience. The most important part of all of this is actually having a proper skill, offer, or experience that you can offer. And obviously the most important piece is making sure it's a world-class solution that really trumps everything else out there, so you can be one of the top dogs in the game, so you can actually have the most results or close to the most results. Part of this business is actually making sure you are pretty much one of the best, and quite frankly, you should strive to be one of the best in your field, because that's how you'll gain tangible market share. Like I said, it's not all just centered around a few Facebook groups. There's also other ways to go ahead and drive traffic directly into the Facebook group. But what happens in the Facebook group is this is when the people begin to answer questions. They'll answer membership questions, join the group, and become part of the community. What's important here is that you realize that these people are joining because they liked something that you said. They resonated with something that you've mentioned, which means that these people want to see more as to what you have going on and what you have to offer. And that couldn't be more of an incredible opportunity to go ahead and showcase what you can do for them. With that being said, over the next several weeks, you'll see myself and my buddy, Nick Peroni, founder of Ecom Empires, begin to drop incredible movements on Facebook groups, as well as a system that we've used to generate 8 figures plus in our groups alone. What's important here is you guys stay woke and stay awake and start keeping an eye out for when we talk about Facebook groups, as well as if you're a service-based business, info product agency owner, or course creator, this will definitely help you scale your revenue massively, or actually build a realistic infrastructure if you don't have one already. The most important thing to realize here is that as we move forward, I want you to keep an eye out. But I also want you to keep these things in mind about Facebook groups as well, because I want you to start playing around with them. As you move forward, if you actually have a business that's sustainable or no business, but an idea and a skill, you should be using Facebook groups to create a proper movement within. The ideology here is that Facebook is incredible for actually getting people to come together and to form in a community and to be somewhat together in that community. And it's important as well because this is where you will begin to craft yourself as the proper individual to go ahead and move forward with, right? And that's the difference with a lot of these other people out there, okay? They don't really put themselves in a light that makes people want to go ahead and work with them. You have to show proper results. What have you done for other people? What have you done for yourself? All of these things should be exemplified in your Facebook group. It's essentially an incubator for people who actually want to work with you or see what you have going on, to sit within and to see exactly what you're made of and what you got going on. And you should definitely make sure that in your Facebook group, you're not only just posting content and value, but you're also nurturing these individuals and helping them on their journeys in their businesses as well. Okay, all of this comes full circle when you create a proper flow and system flow into the groups. Now, like I mentioned, I'm not going to be going through everything today in terms of how we build all of this out, but what I want you guys to definitely know is that Facebook groups is one of the most powerful tools for our actual lead flow system, and we're getting over 2,000 leads a day for free delivered because of these Facebook groups and the structure and system that we have set up. That starts with YouTube, Instagram, paid media, Facebook profile, and other organic assets and resources like Discord, etc., that all push into your Facebook group as well. What's important here is realizing that it's not just a one kind of move system. It's a very advanced, I would say, intricate system that has a lot of different things within, but guess what? All in one, it becomes very simplified and very consistent as well as you move forward. And what's important here, guys, is you realize the magic of actually having a system, especially when it comes to building up consistency in a service-based business or info model. Now, let's give an example. For example, let's say someone joins the Beyond Six Figures Facebook group. There's someone who wants to build an online business, but doesn't really know where to start, and they got screwed over by some random clowns in the industry before, so they're kind of skeptical. What we've noticed is that from the second that someone joins our Facebook group, we're realizing a 25-day lead time from the second they join the group to when they actually become a member of the actual experience, if it's actually a good fit for them. What's important here is that during the actual inbound movement of them coming into the group, they're being welcomed, they're starting to get nurtured, and they're seeing a lot of the other people in the community, like my students, absolutely crushing it in their businesses. And therefore they start watching some videos, they start seeing some of my content, right? They start seeing my students talking so good about the program and how good their business is doing. They maybe watch some more systems, and then 25 days later, they know my systems, they know by a first name basis some students that have done very well, and they're actually very familiar with the brand and business as well. So on that 25th day, they're a lot more down to go ahead and obviously get into an experience that will help them with their issue that they're having because the trust is built. And that's the magic of a Facebook group. We're using all these different sources to bring people who are genuinely interested and in need of our service into our confined community, being the Facebook group, and then creating a proper storyline and content cadence that we'll go into deeper in a separate video that will actually have individuals see that you're actually massively valuable and can actually genuinely help them. So keep that in mind. As these people come in on that 25th day, okay, they're down to go ahead and see what's going on. Therefore, you'll give them some assets, maybe even get them on a phone call or something like that to see exactly where they're at, and then see if the program, experience, or whatever is a proper fit for them as they move down the road. So keep that in mind, guys, okay? Having a proper content cadence and storyline along with your Facebook group is key here to go ahead and obviously have brand new cold individuals come in and then end up being a raving consumer and really shooting you a testimonial down the road after you actually end up crushing it for them. Keep those points in mind, guys. All of these things are super important. And like I said, I wanted to give everyone kind of like a general consensus as to how this looks from a 50,000 foot overview. So with that being said, ladies and gents, hopefully you enjoy this incredible walkthrough and 50,000 foot overview of exactly why Facebook groups are so powerful. Guys, be ready and be excited for what we're about to reveal. Okay, Beyond Six Figures has done some incredible stuff, some of the most crazy stuff ever done with Facebook groups in the game, which is pretty dang cool. And we're gonna walk you guys through exactly how we did it, what our system looks like, and how it can help your business thereafter as well. So if you enjoyed the video, definitely be sure to subscribe if you're not already, like the actual video below, and drop a comment if you have a Facebook group or not. And I'll maybe even take a look at it and give you some feedback on it, guys. So have a good rest of your day, enjoy, and I'll see you on the flip side.